What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about inquiries and if you should be concerned about them when you're trying to build credit. I'm Will Frazier, your credit expert, bringing you the credit tips you need to get your credit back on track, because what goes down must come up. And if you don't want your score to drop 200 points, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I drop just like this. Now, if you are trying to build credit, make sure you look down in the description and look for my Boost course, where I actually walk you through all of the steps that you need to follow while trying to build credit to make sure that you build it up efficiently and effectively, so that you're not wasting time with accounts that won't actually help you build your score, and to make sure that when you actually go to a lender, you actually get an approval to do so. Or if you've been having trouble finding accounts to get approved with, you will also find more information on that too inside my Boost course. Now back to talking about these inquiries when you're trying to actually build up your credit. So basically, people are scared to death of getting inquiries on their credit report. So much so that I've seen that it has stopped people or made people very hesitant to even try to build credit in the first place, because they're so worried about what type of damage the inquiry will do to their credit score. And in turn, that ends up making them not do the thing that will actually help increase their credit score by building credit, because they're so scared of these inquiries. Now, inquiries aren't all built the same. There are soft inquiries and there are hard inquiries. The hard inquiries are the ones that actually affect your score. These are the ones that you get when you're actually trying to apply for something like a car loan, a credit card, or a loan, where they don't say that there is no credit check. And by the way, I'm going to put some accounts that have no credit check to help you build credit down in the description too, so make sure you check those out. But if they do not tell you that they don't do a credit check, it's always safe to assume that they are doing a hard pull on your credit, unless they say they're doing a soft pull. So with that being said, an inquiry can hit your credit report while you are trying to build credit. And of course, you can also get a score decrease from an inquiry. But the real problem is, does the benefit outweigh the negative part of trying to build credit in regards to those inquiries? Now, when it comes down to inquiries, they actually affect 10% of your credit score based on the FICO pie chart that's out there that you have probably seen before on this channel or elsewhere. So basically, it affects the smallest portion of your score compared to other things that actually affect your credit score. Now, with that being said, it does still affect your credit score, but usually what you'll see as far as the amount of points that you'll lose, it can be somewhere around 5 points, maybe 10 points. And if you see anything else more extreme than this, more than likely it is because you either have an extremely thin credit file or something else changed on your credit report at the same time that you got the inquiry. If you saw a drop in your credit score of like 100 points or something like that, I can pretty much guarantee you it's not the inquiries on your credit report and something else happened at the same time. Now, with that being said, as far as how small the damage that you would see from an inquiry, let's talk about the benefit that you would see from actually adding an account on your credit report to help you build credit. So if you were to get a credit card, for example, to try to build credit, I've seen people get anywhere from 90 points to 100 points, even 60 points, while they're trying to build up credit using a credit card as soon as the credit card hits their credit report. Now, with that being said, the fact that the credit card boosted their score so much, you also know that they got an inquiry on their credit report because they actually applied for this. So they got an inquiry and they also got a new account on their credit report. So that being said, people seeing such large increases in their credit score from getting credit cards on their credit report, that should tell you immediately that the inquiry is definitely not affecting their credit score as much as the credit card, which is actually building up their credit score because of certain elements that show up on your credit report from that credit card. So what is happening here to make that a fact? Well, the basis is, if you were supposed to get 65 points from having a credit card added to your credit report based on the algorithm, and let's say that inquiry was supposed to take away 5 points, well, then you would see that 60-point increase because you had a negative effect of 5 points from the inquiry. You had a positive effect of 65 points from that credit card. So the inquiry gets canceled out and you end up with 60 points, of course, taking away the 5 from the inquiry. So I've seen this play out several times with customers that I've had that are in the process of building credit. So I know for a fact that actually getting the account to build up your credit score, as long as that account will actually benefit you in your situation, then the inquiry effect will not overpower the large benefit from that credit card or loan that you get. Now, the times where an inquiry will affect you negatively would be, of course, if you apply for an account and you actually don't get the account At that point, you only got an inquiry and you did not get an account that will actually help to benefit your score. So in that case, you will see the negative effect of the inquiry actually hit your credit score. And of course, these are the situations that you want to avoid. And the only way to circumvent this and not end up in this situation is to make sure that you either have a good enough credit score to apply for what you're applying for, or make sure that you're applying for things that don't have a credit check or have guaranteed approval. And a lot of times now, even if they aren't checking your credit, those fintech companies, they do look at your financial information by connecting your bank account so that they can get a look at your financials and your cash flow and whatnot to approve you, but they're not doing a credit check. So there are still other things that can affect your approval, but not necessarily land you with an inquiry on your credit report. So again, if you need a no credit check option to actually try to build credit, there are some things linked in the description that you can try out and see if they work for you or if they fit your situation. But again, I want you to know, don't be hesitant about trying to build credit, because that's the best thing that you can do to help your credit score. It's not just about getting negative things off your credit. You also have to be building up credit. Both of these things go hand in hand if you're trying to improve your credit score for house or whatever the reason may be. Now, if you are struggling with negative items that are on your credit report, make sure you do a $1 consultation with us so that we can actually try to see how we can help you with your situation. You can find a link to that down in the description as well. Now, hopefully this information was helpful to you. Make sure you like this video and share it with anybody that you know may need this information. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss any more good information like this. And I'll see you guys next time.